And welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum TTRPG podcast. My name is Trey.
I am Rungren.
And we got some stuff to talk about tonight. I'm losing my voice a little bit, which is, some people would shout for joy when that happens.
Right.
But anyway, we're talking Algeria tonight, but specifically the Berbers.
Yeah. So I'll give a little bit of explanation. One, Algeria is in North Africa.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Different with the words, the end learn pre-party content.
Yeah, I don't like that. At that point, well, now we know for next time.
Oh no, that's not cool. No. You stop, go, okay, let's get this straight. Once you've got it straight, okay, from now on,
Yeah,
that's the way we're doing this.
100%.
Yeah. But so we're looking at Algeria, a northern African country.
Mm-hmm.
Africa is probably one of the most diverse continents on the planet. And a lot of times, like, for example, also in Africa, Kenya, we did Kenyan mythology. We ended up talking about just the Kikuyu as a group of people, or the Mapuche in Chile, right?
Yeah.
There's lots of other groups we can talk about. So with Algeria, the history that we're not going into the history of it, but the history of North Africa, a lot of people spread out. So the Berbers actually go along the whole outside of Algeria as well as inside of Algeria. And you'll find different groups inside Algeria as well. And also, like many others, with Berber, ones that I'm going to be talking about are kind of like Libyan Berbers might have different stories or different names in the same story than the Moroccan Berbers do.
Hey, Rimas.
It goes through. What's up, Rimas? And so anybody who's an expert on Berber mythology might be like, no, you kind of got that a little bit messed up there. And if you are, please get in touch with Trey. I would love to talk to you.
Yes.
You're an expert on any mythology.
The Full Spectrum Podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah.
That would be great. I'm frustrated right now that I can't make chat bigger on this laptop,
Fair enough.
even though I have it right next to me.
I say, yeah, Faith. It's like, yeah, look, from now on, that's not going to work. When we did it that time, it broke the universe. That no longer works.
Everything changed.
Everything changed. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got a list and some stories and stuff. But as I was saying, a lot of the stuff you may go, what is the Azakim? Is another word for the mythology we're going to kind of go over, and not because it's other thing. There's a lot of different stories, just like we talk about Inuits and everything. A village over, a city over, might have similar stories, but they're not exactly the same.
Okay.
So don't take this is Berber mythology. This is, flavors from Berber mythology.
We're taking a scoop.
Yeah. Just gonna skim the surface a little bit and said that. So, the first one we start out with for Berber mythology the name is Amun, Amun, and this is just, in many Berber traditions, this is the chief god.
Okay.
Right? Associated with sun, with creation, considered the creator of the world, and created all living things. You're kind of standard, creator god set in this mythology. That's gonna be Amun.
So
there's gonna be a few names you hear. I think you'll know in this too.
I was going to say, is this inspired or tied into in any way the Egyptian god Amun?
I don't think so. There's a lot of stuff that is going to intertwine. There's no doubts that this part of the world, any one of these countries you pick along the top with all of the, like I said, just the history, the thousands of years of people moving back and forth, battling. Egypt at one time being a great empire, shrinking, and other ones. There is stuff that might be like flavors the mythology or touches on it, or might be picked up and kind of brought in.
Like he maybe had a different name originally.
Something along that line. I don't have a direct link for you between Amun and Amon.
I got you.
Okay. Or Amen for that matters. You know?
Yeah.
So
I know the art definitely looks different, but I was just curious.
fair enough. Fair enough. The second one is Tanit, Tanit, and this is the fertility goddess associated with the moon, all the feminine aspects of life. Very prominent deity, symbolizes nurturing, the life-giving aspects of nature. Gaia, Mother Earth, that type of goddess. This is one, you may not have heard this exactly, but I guarantee you've heard, you'll see what I mean. Ifri, Ifri, a female spirit or jinn, believed to inhabit water sources, particularly caves and springs. It is the guardian, seen as the guardian of underground water.
Okay.
Considered powerful, mystical figure. I don't know. I get this picture of like going down in the cave and there's a lake there and you've got to like deal with the Ifri there.
Yeah.
You know, pay homage, pay your respects to the, specter. Then she'll let you drink in peace or whatever, right?
So she guards the underground waterfall to Agartha.
Different continent, but yeah. We'll do there. Different desert. How
Different
about that?
desert, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just go with that. Get a little more specific with that. All right. So that is, we're pointing out Ifri, underground water, because the Ayur, Ayyur, these are the spirits of springs of water. They are said to possess healing qualities.
Okay.
Offerings are often made to them. You make an offering to the Ayur of the spring for health benefits, well-being. And I'm pretty sure this is what Link eats when he goes to the water.
Makes sense.
As far as in the first Zelda, he eats the fairies. I'm standing by that.
Yeah.
He chomps it down, and he feels better.
That's true.
All right.
Later games, they just kind of float around.
Yeah, they
But
fly off to him. But yeah.
is there a great Ayur?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I imagine there could be. There could be.
Just when it comes up, it goes, oh!
Yeah, she's kind of creepy.
Yep.
Weird old cougar fairy. The 8. Okay, this is getting some words I can't really pronounce now. AIT 8 Segruchen. And these are mountain spirits. Well, these, spirits on the mountain. Fair enough. The
Just making sure I spelled that right before I send it, Chad. Hold on.
Segrouchen.
Okay.
Okay. These are mountain spirits, Berber folklore. Usually there's like a specific mountain or range that's like, that holds the spirits. They're there. They are mountain spirits, but maybe they're not over on those ranges. This is where they're actually at over here.
Okay.
Believed to protect the peaks and the valleys they inhabit. They can be benevolent or mischievous, and a lot of it depends on how you treat them, how you treat the mountain, how you treat their land.
Makes sense.
Coming through on how they will treat you. Be respectful, and maybe you get a lot of help, Come stomping in, demanding help, maybe you get thrown off the mountain. All right, now we have the Ait Oglif, Ouglif. These are forest spirits, often depicted as guardians of natural landscapes, sometimes seen as protectors of the wilderness. Not only the wilderness, but the animals within it as well.
Okay.
So, not quite. I don't know. I think you'd use dryads.
Sure.
Trying to think some of the classic D&D monster sheets that would work,
We could even use just like a druid circle of archdruids. If they're also for the animals.
Yeah, that'd be a good one too. Yeah. So next one is the Elyulha, and these are water spirits, nymphs.
Okay.
Right? Elouelha. Water nymphs. These are the bigger bodies of water, the rivers and lakes. often portrayed as beautiful female beings who live and protect bodies of water. On to that.
Faith asks, are the Ait-O-Glyph kind of like the Kodama from Princess Mononoke?
No. And I want to I love Studio Ghibli, but I think I see where you're going with that. But to draw a direct comparison with anything in any one of his movies, so a direct mythology, he doesn't use. He takes inspiration from, but he didn't use any direct mythology.
Well, the Kodama, as far as I know, are a variant of a basic Tsukumogami yokai, which is just, hey, this thing has existed in the wild long enough.
Yeah.
It's just they're a specific version of that, I guess.
Yeah. But I was watching Spirited Away, and I was like, man, there's things I'm missing about these spirits. Let me look at the background, and there's really no answers for them.
Right.
Because they're not pulled from anything.
Yeah.
He may have some. That might be for sure. I don't know. Okay. This one. Dada at Lemas. Dada at Lemas. This is a mythical hero. Figure in Berber mythology, depicted as a wise and just leader who helps us people in time of need. It kind of has a King David is from like the Jewish mythology. King David and his son Solomon kind of, Solomon was a wise in all the land, but he's still a warrior poet.
Okay.
Like King David was.
Thought for a second there you're talking about Remus with how close the name was.
Ah.
Kind of. The Kodama, we're definitely there to help.
Yeah. That might be the best way to look at him. I'm not sure. Lala Tanagra. All right. So the Lala, not Lala Lucy, Lala Tanagra, is a revered female spirit. In some communities, a saint. She was an actual person who was, and they kind of give her not a form of sainthood. I don't know what the word would be for it.
No, it's not that.
She was also a very talented.
That.
Yeah.
I'm missing an L, but.
Lala, yeah, 2 L's. The second L should be doubles. Yeah. This is a healer, very powerful healer, very wise.
Okay.
Healing hands. Okay, I'm going to give you these two at the same time.
Okay.
So there's Tislit, Tislit, and Isil. In some other places, it is Tislet and Tickney. Lala, no.
It's not that Lala.
No.
She could have been a mother to me.
No. Oh my gosh. I had other uses for her. So this is just whether you find it, whether it's Tislet and Isil and Tislet and Tickney. As far as I can tell, they're the same. It's the same story. It's kind of told from different areas. So you're going to find it in one of those two. Just a Berber couple, often considered the epitome of love and devotion.
Okay.
Their story is a symbol of eternal love for it. And I actually have, I do have like a summary of their story later.
Cool.
I'll go into.
I did want to mention.
Always good. Always.
These are the first real art that we've got so far looking through these.
Yeah.
Not a lot of art for the stuff we've been talking about, but they have art.
I think you would, I don't know. It's such like the Berber themselves seems such like a diverse group. We're putting them together as one. Yeah. But it's still, it's like the Inuit or there's so many stories. Okay. Rukn al-Kasbah. And look, I don't know if any of you know who I know one of you knows who the Clash is, but this is not Rock the Kasbah. This is Rukn al-Kasbah. Seriously, not a joke. Not a joke.
I can't put the umlaut above there.
Rukn al-Kasbah?
Yeah.
What umlaut?
Not umlaut. I'm sorry. That was the wrong word. I thought I read. Oh, man. That's okay. I guess my eyes are going. Without my glasses, I thought I saw one above the O.
That's right. Excellent. Sharia don't like it.
What did you realize,
All
Dark?
right.
What did you find?
SDGBA is 100% cross-platform.
No, that can't be true because it doesn't. Does it work with a cloud version in PlayStation? Does that work?
Who knows?
So I'm gonna be so upset.
Okay. This, Rock the Casbah, is a guardian spirit deity associated with the Casbah.
Okay.
A historic fortress or palace. And this guardian spirit protects the royal residence and its inhabitants.
Okay.
There's a special spirit for the royalty.
Okay.
Rock
It's a cool job to have.
Yeah.
Like, look, yeah, I'm a spirit that is just here to keep the royal safe.
I have to go back and listen to the Clash now. I don't like it. Okay. We need to talk about the Tumast, Tumast. Spirits of the dead in Berber mythology, often associated with ancestral spirits who continue to watch over and guide their descendants.
Okay.
Which, see, something to that effect pop up so many times. Yes, well, our ancestors watch us.
Yeah.
Our ancestors with us. They provide guidance and protection. Yeah. Y'all are awesome. I love this name. A Zegwag. A Zegwag. Azeggwagh. A Zegwag.
I started that game again twice and paid $10 more to be able to try and get it to work.
Yeah, well.
And the whole time it was just their fault.
It was. A Zegwag are spirits, or genies, often associated with specific natural features or landscapes. Once again, could be benevolent or mischievous in nature. How they're treated, how you treat their land or whatever.
Okay.
But unique rock, something in the environment that makes you go, that's interesting looking, might be the home of a Zegwa.
Yeah.
Right. What are you telling Mr. T to rest in peace? I don't know.
I think it's Battle Assault. It's Tikado Battle Assault.
Oh, it's not badass. Okay. Well, goodness.
B.
I thought he might have been an 18 fan.
18 was pretty good.
Yeah, if you say so. Say that.
I liked it.
Base.
Good is maybe not the right word, but it was enjoyable.
Yeah. There we go. We'll go with that. Okay, Zegwa. Okay. Tisrigan. Another spirit, woodland forest. It's just another type of spirit that protects animals in the forests.
Okay.
I hear how many, it's more than once that I've mentioned the forest now. I want to remind you, we're in the Sahara.
Yeah. When you said forest the second time there, I was like, wait, hold on.
Okay. Do you want a tinfoil hat moment?
Yes,
okay.
please.
Okay.
Give me your tinfoil hat.
Okay. Have you heard of the eye, the Rizat structure, the Eye of the Sahara?
Yes.
Okay.
Chat might not have.
Yeah. I think it'd be closer over to Morocco. I can't remember the name of the name, but basically, if you look at it, you can see it from space. It's actually a spot on Earth that astronauts will go like, all right, I can see that structure. We know what we're looking at. Blah, blah, blah. It is remarkably, interestingly enough, it's remarkably close, and it's in the Sahara. It's remarkably close to the description that Homer gives of Atlantis. So through that, with the concentric circles going through, there's also mountains to the north. The mountains to the north are called the Atlas Mountains, and they run quite a ways in northern Africa. It's a pretty big range. It also has, for the Berber and a lot of other the traditions around that. I don't say blah blah blah. A lot of traditions around there.
Not that Homer.
Yeah. Don't. It has a lot of meanings. Like a lot of the mountains, spirits I was talking about, and things I was talking about. They're talking about the Atlas Mountains through there. The first, it starts with an M, and it's out of my head. Their first king was named Atlas. But anyway, that's all that. That would kind of fall in. There's a whole bunch of stuff. We're not going down that rabbit hole. But the Atlas Mountains is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Up there, and there's forest in the mountains.
That would explain where the forests come from, at least, though.
You think? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I might talk about that in a minute. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Imedgassen. Okay. Another word. Like I said, this is in Berber. This is another underground spring water spirit. Usually when, I don't know if it's the same thing with different words, and when this is not benevolent or malicious, it guards the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Water's very important where they live.
Yeah, you would think so. You would think so. I would too. Okay. Oh man. The Tattart en Orgazane.
Okay. You're going to have to give me a second on that one, chat.
Tattart en Orgazane. These are your home and hearth spirits. And these are the ones that protect your household. They'll bless your household. You want to keep them happy. We have quite a few of those. They remind me of what we call them in Slavic. I can't remember.
These are the ones that are good, or these?
Yeah, these are good for a house, a home. You keep them happy. They bless your home.
So not the brownies, but the selkies. That's not right.
No, I don't want a selkie in my house.
Don't remember.
Later on, I'll pull up a Slavic notes I've still got.
Thinking like the littles.
Yeah. The littles. All right. I like this one. The Thagharit.
Okay.
Thagharit. Thagharit. Female spirits believed to inhabit crossroads and act as guides for traveler. They are sometimes associated with fate and destiny. I just like that female spirit at the crossroad.
Yeah.
It's like, guiding your party or guiding you.
Well, that's cool.
You have two paths you can go by, but in the long run, they're still trying to change the one you're on. Name that song. Anybody? Okay.
I'm sorry. I cannot. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If you remind me later, I'll tell you what that song is.
Okay.
I'll give Chad a little bit of time to catch up, see if anybody there knows. That great. Sidi Musa.
Okay.
2 words, S-I-D-I space M-O-U-S-S-A. Another saint or spiritual figure. Was just very influential with his wisdom and the teachings that he gave.
Okay. Again,
You're fired. You are fired. No.
I know I'm not saying much on this end, but there's not really a lot of art to pull up to try and add questions or anything,
Yeah. So, okay. That's it. There are 2 paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the one you're on. It's really hard not to sing that when I say.
I have no idea, Chad.
I don't think I'm saying this right.
Okay.
But I want to say it this way. Bougie loud. Bougie loud. Bougie loud. B-O-U-J-E-L-O-U-D.
That's an interesting name.
Yes. Mischievous, wild, exuberant figure, mythological character in Berber figure. The Bougie loud. Often brought up in different festivals and celebrations. Just kind of a, not hateful, just, gets away with it because it's cute.
Now, this one I have a little bit of art for.
Yeah.
And it leads me to a question.
Okay.
Because in Morocco, in the High Atlas in Morocco.
Okay. Up in the mountains in Morocco.
The Bougilaud is the goat god of the High Atlas Mountains.
Okay.
And I think that's just another reminder of how far the spread is.
Yes.
Because the other art I'm seeing has nothing to do with the goat.
Yeah, nothing to do with that. I know. There's words they're going to use that I can't. The results I cannot guarantee. They may be bejeweled. I don't know. I don't know if they bejeweled the bougie loud. Whew.
I think my favorite...
Bougie. It's bougie, okay?
My favorite art of this thing is a humanoid figure covered in feathers.
Nice. So
Like wearing feathers as if they were clothes, and then they have a pig head as a hat. I don't mean, chat, that they have the pig head as in the face is facing forward. I mean
bougie.
They have a pig head on their head facing upwards toward the sky.
Yeah.
Wearing it like a conical hat.
Yep. Look, scrape the stuff out there, stick it on your head. Good to go.
It's great.
This next one's trying to.
That's how a goat in Morocco was.
Heck yeah.
What's a bougie loud?
Oh, so you cheated. You're fired. I'll get through this list and I'll tell you.
Hey, send me a whisper on Twitch.
So I know he doesn't know it. And it's and look, now that you know what the song is, I got nothing else to say. I'll tell you. This one's trying to scare Samwise Gamgee's dad.
Oh no.
Yeah, Boo Gaffer. Boo Gaffer, BOU space GAFER. Yeah, you know, I know. This is a trickster figure.
Okay.
Known for playing pranks and causing chaos in the community. And so I would this automatically, I'm like, okay, well, the Boo Gaffer is the mean little trickster guy doing kind of stuff, and all the bougie louds, there's his people.
Yeah, for sure.
Send out. Do that. Or maybe he's the boss and he's a sidekick,
Apparently the French Foreign Legion had a battle called the Battle of Bougaffer.
Yeah.
I don't know where it was or what happened there. It's just there's a poster for it. It's very much a propaganda poster.
What do you know about the
French Foreign Legion?
Yeah, the Foreign Legion.
Nowhere near as much as I probably should. I just know they went to a lot of places they probably shouldn't have been.
Yes. It's not Y3000 Coke flavor. I don't think it will be what you think it is, but at some point in time, do yourself a favor and look at their training.
Okay.
Just what you have to go through, because you don't have to be French.
Yeah.
You come, anybody from all over the world. And I know what you mean, because anybody can join, anybody can try.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Do that. But
if you can pass the training, they'll take you.
I won't. I can let you know now. There's a very small time in my life where I could have. It ain't now.
I know I cannot. I don't even know what the training is, and I know I
cannot. You're allergic to air.
Yep, that's exactly.
Okay.
So, can I do a real quick side path here?
Yeah, what you got?
When I turned 18, I wanted so badly to join the military, because a bunch of people in my family are in the military.
Okay.
And my asthma was bad then.
Yeah.
It's worse now in some ways. But they asked me, they said, well, can you do this? I was like, yeah, I can do that. Can you carry a 60-pound pack for a mile?
Yeah.
Like, yes, I can do that. I know, because I can carry 50-pound bags of feet,
Okay.
I can do that. They said, can you haul another man back if he's shot?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't know.
Okay.
They said, well, if the answer is I don't know, we're not even going to train you. We're not even going to test you. Go home.
See, you can't even lift the shield up to the height it needs to be.
Exactly, right? And so then I went and made a deal with the Persians. And
you can be no Spartan.
So, yeah.
El Krub.
El Krub.
Spirits associated with fields and agriculture believed to protect crops and ensure bountiful harvests. El Krub. Some of these, it'd be so easy to put over. I think that's my favorite thing, because at some point in time, because I spend time looking at this, and I have the pictures I come across, stories I come across, things I try to put together in that, and we sit back and just get to go through my list, I actually start thinking about the game, and it's like each time we go through this, I picture the setting in my head.
Yeah.
It sets the world. I like it.
Well, and you're constantly writing things down in your brain for later.
Right.
You want to use a creature and go, oh, but I could do this with it.
Yeah. This is it's going to sound kind of like another one, because it starts out with Lala.
Okay.
Again. But this is Lala Acha. Revered female figure, associated with healing and fertility. invoked for help during childbirth.
Okay.
All right?
Still not Lala Soon.
No, still not that or Lala Lucy. No, that they don't have button eyes. Which, if you've seen, if you're a big Coraline fan, Lala Lucy is creepy.
There is art of this person.
Okay, you found some.
Yeah,
We're gonna set this up a little bit different.
her hair is the sky.
Okay.
Oh, I see why. Okay, so in Morocco, we're jumping to Morocco a lot because again,
Yeah, no problem.
in Morocco, she's a succubus.
Okay. I can see how that goes with fertility, or at
Yeah.
least virility.
That makes sense. And then in the Fuse, she is a nun. That's
Okay.
a pretty strong
That's
dichotomy.
pretty big. But I think it's an excellent example of what we're looking at here across these different regions that falls under Berber.
Yep.
Okay. That was all. Taziza. Taziza. Protective spirits, often invoked for safeguarding against malevolent forces or evil spirits. Kind of would want to give these not like full guardian angel, but kind of that same
I got you.
feel maybe.
Okay.
Everybody has a guardian. The Igidar, these are the spirits of animals. Igidar are spirits of animals, often invoked by hunters or herders for success in their endeavors. When
Okay.
they're hunting, they talk to the spirits. Like, hey, let's be successful. Appreciate you. If they're herding, it's like protect my cattle. I'm gonna do that. This one, I hope you can find a picture for,
Okay.
because this is Bu Humara. Bu Humara.
Is that Hmara?
Yes. A mythological creature resembling a wild, hairy man known for his strength and connection to nature.
Unfortunately, all I have is
Bigfoot?
no.
Yeti?
It's I don't know why this is the picture it gives me, but a man in Morocco reading a book,
Okay, well, he's not near hairy
and
enough.
apparently his name is Dave.
Yeah, no, that's not the one. He's become cultured over the centuries. Well, all right, then I'm going to give you another one.
Okay.
All right, ready? Yenayer. Yennayer. Yenayer. This is the Berber New Year celebration. And I put this on here because I think this is a really cool concept. Often personified as a festive, benevolent figure ushering the new year.
Okay.
So we have I've seen people make the new year a baby, and the old year an old man, something like that.
Yeah.
It's the personification of the new year.
This one might surprise you, but I do have art of this one. And it is.
Yeah, I would figure they'd put it up each year. I'm not surprised that you found for that one.
She's a not old woman, but elder woman, right?
Right.
With a bird on her shoulder, a staff in one hand that has the image of the actual totem for the new year on it, and then in her other hand is a glowing wisp of light.
Okay. Like Clippy is the personification of Windows.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Listen to that. If that makes any sense. Good old Tiralt. Tirallt. Tiralt. This is a thunder and lightning deity.
Ooh.
Yeah, you start asking them to be nice when it starts storming. So you go on to protect against storms and really
Nothing.
see there's some mythology I know that should have good pictures, and I figure if you go over to the west over here, you run into the thunder god named Shango, and it is raining now, and there's
He's
some
mad there's no art.
great artwork of Shenko.
Yeah.
Through there, big double bladed axe, lightning, terrifying looking. It's great. All right.
If you're of, and I'm not trying to just call out all the Berber people here,
Yeah.
but if you're of a heritage or religion or any of the sort that has a lightning god, and there's no art of it, it is now your life's work
Yeah.
to fix that.
Let the world know. Fair enough. For some reason, this next name makes probably help me. Somebody knows better. It sounds like somebody who would be like a Doctor Who. Afellay. 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 Afellay.
Okay.
Another just wise ruler, King Solomon type.
Nice. Thanks very much.
Excellent. Yeah, just another wise king, wise ruler.
Okay. It's not ringing any bells for me, but
I think it's just a way. I think the way Gallifrey spelled.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that kind of.
Apparently, there is a soccer star, or football star, that is named after him.
That's cool. Around that. Probably a popular name. Hope it is.
Ibrahim Afellay.
That's kind of interesting. Abraham. Wait, that's not the way he would say it. He would say Ibrahim.
Right.
Ibrahim. Anyway. This one. Love the name. Tugdut.
Tugdut?
Tugdut.
I love it.
Tugdut.
No!
Protectionary spirits. You use them to protect against the evil eye and negative influences.
Makes sense.
Tugdut, you know. If you mix your mythologies today, if Ronnie James Dio gave you one of these, you would need Tugdut to stop the evil influence.
Tugdut, be my shield.
Right? See? It writes itself.
It does.
That's great. I'll write a short story about, somebody who somehow, through their heritage, is in the new world, and for some reason they bring Tugdut.
I mean, Order of Protection, Pathfinder champion.
Yeah, there you go. They got Tugdut on their shoulder. Tugdut on my shoulder. Techie Mount. Techie Mount. Not Mount. Mount. Techie Mount.
I spelled that wrong.
Tallow out.
I
Peace.
spelled that wrong. I was reading it and trying to type at the same time.
Takimout. That's it. Right.
There we go.
Spirits of caves and caverns, often believed to guard hidden treasures and possess magical powers. And a straight dungeon run right there.
Yeah.
You run to the Techie Mount at the end. They've got the treasure all around them. You will not take it over without killing me.
Yep.
Um,
I'm still thinking about Tugdut. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tugdut's awesome. Love that name. Zolmat. It's from the third season of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Zoulmat. Zolmat. Spirits
I'm stealing that name.
or demons associated with darkness and malevolence, often invoked to ward off evil.
No, I'm not trying to say soulmate. Google.
If Zolmat is your soulmate, you might have some deeper issues you need to discuss with your therapist.
Speaking of deeper issues, there's some interesting art for this guy.
Yeah.
So there's the regular ones, right? Which is a large creature holding a chunk of the earth above its head. There's the creatures that are hovering around behind the psyche. And then there's just like the most furry bait wolf man I've ever seen.
Artistic license.
Yep.
All right. Or what?
Yeah.
Boujalud and Lela Mira. This is actually a legendary couple that are celebrated in festivals.
Okay.
Just because he's so masculine and she's so feminine. And it's the joining of those two.
Sure.
That's what they're celebrating. And that is basically what they boil down to.
Congratulations, you two.
Right? Okay. Lala Nsuda. Lella and apostrophe Souda. Some places kind of a saint figure, in other places an actual spirit. Some places just like a spiritual figure. Healing abilities, wisdom. A few different communities that she's revered in. Lala Nsuda.
This one has gotten a little bit of the Hindi influence
Yeah.
in some of the art. With a woman riding a chariot.
Nice. And last but not least, I had to put this one in here. Urgiz in Swawi. Irghiz and Swawi. That's Wawi. A mythical snake or dragon-like creature found in Berber trails, often considered a guardian of treasures.
Ooh.
We got a dragon. We got a dragon.
Yeah, there's always got to be one.
Always got to be a dragon. Okay. For the answer to the lyrical question earlier, that's Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is.
Like you knew that. Oh.
No, I mean I like that song, but I don't know most things, let alone lyrics. I didn't know lyrics to my favorite song that you wrote.
Fair enough. All right. Do have some stories for you to run through.
Yeah.
Once again, point out I can't give you like this is the definitive Berber story because it's not the way it works. There'll be some variation throughout. If you look them up, try to find different tales of them. All right. So the creation story first. Okay. Creation story first. All right. So long ago, when the world was shrouded in darkness, there existed only a vast, endless sea. Within the sea lived a great and powerful deity known as Amun. Amun was both beginning and the end, the creator of all that was and all that would ever be.
Okay.
Amun gazed upon the boundless sea and felt a profound longing to shape it into something more. With a single thought, he called upon the primordial forces to summon the earth from the depths of the water. The earth began to rise, its surface emerging from the sea like a colossal mountain. As the earth ascended, Amun raised his mighty arms and breathed life into it. His divine breath filled the land with the essence of creation, and the earth came alive with the stirrings of new life. From the soil, the first plants sprouted, and they reached towards the heavens, celebrating the gift of existence. Amun then turned attention to the sky, which had remained hidden above the waters. With a wave of his hands, he separated the heavens from the earth. The sky stretched above, a vast expanse filled with stars and celestial bodies, and it was from here that the cycle of day and night began. Amun, pleased with his creation, decided to populate the earth with living beings. He took clay from the land and carefully molded it into the first humans, imbuing them with his own divine essence. These humans became the ancestors of the Berber people, and their spirits would forever watch over their descendants. With the world now formed and teeming with life, Amun looked upon it with contentment. He had brought order to chaos, light to darkness, and life to barren expanse. The earth, the sky, and the waters all danced in harmony, a testament to the divine creation of Amun, the supreme deity of the Berber people.
Essence of creation.
Yeah.
It's a cool way to put that.
Yeah. Through that. A lot of parallels in that to a few different other stories.
Mm-hmm.
The biblical tale, the Norse,
Mm-hmm.
those parallels in there. Not exactly a void, but over the water separating. I thought it was a very interesting little creation.
Yeah, I like
story.
that.
But we'll get a little more details because I'm going to tell you how we got mountains.
Oh, okay.
That was just
So
kind of
they
an
were made
overview.
in regular creation, or this is the zoom in.
This is going to be a zoom in.
Okay.
Kind of right that. So you see, long ago in the land of the Berber people, in the land of the Berber people a long time ago, there was a time when the earth was flat and the landscape was just plain and featureless. The people lived in harmony with the land, but they longed for something more, something that would make their homeland unique and extraordinary. One day, A wise and revered elder of the Berber community named Tariq stood atop a hill and gazed at the horizon. He saw the vast empty land stretching out before him and envisioned a remarkable transformation. Tariq believed that their homeland deserved the most significant mountains in the world. With a heart full of determination, Tariq called upon the spirits of the earth, the sky, and the ancestors for their guidance and assistance. He began a spiritual journey, traveling deep into the heart of the wilderness, seeking the wisdom of the natural world. As Tariq ventured further into the wilderness, he encountered spirits and animals who offered their knowledge and support. With their guidance, he discovered the secret to shaping the land and raising mountains. It required great sacrifice, determination, and a deep connection to the earth. Tariq returned to the people with his newfound knowledge, and he began the monumental task of raising the mountains. He toiled day and night, using his spiritual powers to shape the land and create the towering peaks. The earth trembled, the sky wept tears of joy as the Atlas Mountains began to rise. The people of the Berber community watched in awe as the mountains grew higher and higher, their peaks touching the heavens. The Atlas Mountains became a symbol of strength, beauty, and the deep connection between the people and their land. Tariq's sacrifice was great, for he gave his own life to complete the task. The mountain stood as a tribute to his dedication and his love for his people. The Berber people honored Tariq as a hero and a guardian of their land, and they celebrated the creation of the Atlas Mountains with gratitude in their heart. To this day, the Atlas Mountains stand as majestic and enduring testament to the Berber myth of their creation, a reminder of the power of the human spirit and the deep connection between the people and the land they call home. Those are my mountains.
Yep.
Atlas Mountains.
I like the idea of he wanted mountains so bad he was willing to die for it.
Yeah. But we need some mountains.
That's
what
good.
we need here. We need, not only that, we need special mountains.
Yeah.
By gum.
And he got him. He got him.
All right, we're gonna shift our attention. We're still get a little more detail how we got stuff
Okay.
on the mountain. Let me explain how we get the stars.
Okay.
So, in the early days, before the world knew the beauty of the night sky, there was only darkness in the land of the Berber people. The people lived by the light of the sun, but they longed for something to guide them through the darkness of night. A wise elder named Lunis was known for his deep connection to the natural world. He often ventured into the wilderness and sought wisdom from the spirits of the land. One night, as he lay beneath the starless sky, Lunis had a vision. He saw the spirits of the stars imprisoned within the earth, wanting to be set free. Driven by this vision, Lunis embarked on a spiritual journey to liberate the stars. He traveled deep into the mountains and the caves where he encountered the spirits that held the stars captive. Through his wisdom and the power of his spirit, Lunis negotiated their release. The spirits of the stars were freed. They soared into the night sky, illuminating it with their radiant glow. The people of the Berber community were filled with awe and wonder as they gazed upon the stars for the first time. They saw the constellations, they saw the Milky Way, just the beauty of the cosmos above. Lunis became known as the bearer of the stars, a revered figure who had brought the light of heavens to the people. He taught them to navigate by the stars, to tell stories in the night sky, and to find their way through the darkness. The stars, as the people learned, held secrets and wisdom, and they became guides for travelers, source of inspiration and a connection to the divine. The night sky, once shrouded in darkness, became a canvas of beauty and reminded the people of the profound connection between the people and the cosmos. There's history and mystery in the stars.
Yeah. There's a lot of mythology about stars.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to mention was, I know I bring it up as a joke often, but one of the many myths about Agartha is that the godlike beings that lived there before harnessed the powers of the stars.
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting that
Well, I like. Okay, the night sky changes. There's no doubt about that. It takes so long to change that you have civilizations, like this whole civilization, that they do that. That this is what this is in the star. Of course, we know the horoscope, things like that.
Yeah.
But it's bigger than that.
stars are the spirit of our ancestors that have died and looked down upon
gone
us.
through that. Gone through the hive. So, This should explain some things you might have had questions about earlier, okay?
Okay.
So in the time of the ancient Berber people, the Sahara Desert was not the vast expanse of endless sand that is in today. Instead, it was a fertile and lush land, teeming with life and abundant resources. The people of the region lived in harmony with the bountiful desert. Their lives enriched with its generosity. Well, I guess I miswrote that. It wouldn't be a desert at the time. Anyway, you see the point. I will say, yes, at one time, a long time ago, we're talking 12, 15,000 years, something like that, the Sahara was green.
Right.
By the way, these people shouldn't have known that.
Right. They shouldn't have been
They shouldn't have known that, according to that. I'm not going into that. But yeah, they shouldn't have had no idea it was green. How silly of them. It has always been a desert as long as it, anyway.
Yeah, no, it was green at one point.
Okay, so wait. Team of life and abundant resources. So there was, you were there. Very good.
Nice.
I was 3,000 years ago. So parts of it were desert, as explained, parts of it were green. But one of the biggest parts of it was the heart, as I said, was the heart of this desert that's not this big Sahara desert, but, had parts in it and big parts that were green.
Okay.
There was this huge oasis, and it was called the Garden of the Sun.
Oh.
This big oasis. It was a paradise of greenery. Palm trees reached for the sky. Clear springs provided cool, refreshing waters. It was seen as a sacred place, a gift from the gods. One day, a drought began to affect the land, and the rains ceased to fall. The once lush oasis began to wither, and the people grew anxious, fearing that the desert would consume their beloved Garden of the Sun. A wise elder named Amar ventured deep into the desert to seek guidance from the spirits and the ancient deities. He traveled for days, facing the scorching sun and the relentless winds. In a vision, he encountered a powerful spirit known as the Guardian of the Sands. The Guardian revealed to Amar the reason for the drought. The spirit of the desert, he explained, were growing restless, and they sought to expand their realm. To appease them, the people of Berber community needed to offer a sacrifice, a symbol of their gratitude for the oasis they enjoyed so long. Amar returned to his people and shared the message from the Guardian of the Sands. Together, they decided to offer a grand feast, a celebration of their connection to the land.
Okay.
They made offerings of fruits, grains, and other precious herbs, and they danced and sang under the scorching sun, showing their appreciation for the Garden of the Sun. As the people celebrated, a great sandstorm swirled around them. The spirits of the desert, satisfied with the offerings of the people's respect for the land, began to recede. The oasis, once threatened by the encroaching desert, was spared. Over time, however, the desert did claim more and more of the land, and the Garden of the Sun gradually transformed into the Sahara Desert. Yet, the people of the Berber community remembered the days of abundance and the lessons they had learned. They continued to respect the desert, knowing that it held the spirits of their ancestors and the ancient oasis, a reminder of their enduring connection to the land.
The Guardian of the Sand.
Guardians of the Sand, yeah.
That's a good name.
I like how it's set up like it's like, you don't appreciate this, that upsets us, we're going to take it.
Yeah.
Y'all don't deserve this.
Yeah, that's cool.
That. This is a little bit different story on the first Oasis, a little bit different take on it. This story is told from the time there was no greenery. It's all desert,
Okay.
right?
Just real quick, since we're talking about the desert.
Yeah.
Check out the link that's going to come up there and listen to The Desert in the Sea. This is very good.
Thank you. It's written in 6/8 time. So the first Oasis. In the heart of the vast Sahara Desert, there once was a time when the land was barren and desolate. The people of the Berber community struggled to find water and sustenance, and their lives were marked by hardship and thirst. One day, a Berber shepherd named Amara wandered deep into the desert with his flock of sheep. As he journeyed further from his home, he grew increasingly despondent, for he could find no water and no respite from the restless sun. Relentless sun. Restless, relentless, same thing.
Yeah.
Amara continued his lonely trek, hoping for a miracle. As he reached a particularly dry and desolate stretch of desert, he knelt and prayed to the spirits of the land for help. With his palm pressed to the parched earth, he offered his plea. Moved by his sincerity and the urgency of the situation, the spirits of the desert decided to grant Amara's wish. With a tremendous roar, the ground trembled, and a massive spring burst forth from the earth, gushing forth crystal clear water. The water flowed with such force that it carved a deep, winding path through the sand, forming a fertile oasis. Amara watched in astonishment as the oasis took shape before his eyes. Palm trees grew along the banks of the spring, and lush vegetation sprouted from the moist ground. The oasis teemed with life, attracting birds, animals, and other travelers who sought refuge in the newfound paradise. Amara returned to his people and shared the miraculous tale of the oasis that appeared in the desert. The people of the Berber community were overjoyed, for now they had a source of water and sustenance, a place of beauty in the midst of the harsh desert. They named the oasis Temenart, which means the gift of heaven. And they celebrate the kindness of the spirits of the land who had answered Amara's prayer and bestowed this precious blessing upon them. The oasis of Temenart thrived, and the people who settled there knew that it was a testament to the power of faith and the enduring connection between the Berber people and the land they called home.
Like the idea that the sand had eaten all of that and was like, you know what, sure. And then just went,
Yeah.
and it was all just still there.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. For you, buddy, I'm going to do that. Okay. Let's talk about forest for a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Forest in the desert.
Up in the Atlas Mountains. This one's set in the Atlas. Technically, and it's still part of the Sahara Desert, I think.
Technically. Not to be confused with a river in the desert. A heartbeat for a demon.
You Euphrates?
No, that's a good guess. But
Okay.
it's lyrics from a song. It's my turn now.
Okay.
Chad, if you can guess it. I know he doesn't know it.
No. It's probably an ending theme from an anime. All right. Check my notes here. Okay. Still going good.
He's not radioactive by Imagine Dragons.
Like,
I am also fired.
I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones.
I hate that song because once I hear a little bit of it, it's stuck in my head for days.
Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away. All right. I'm going to tell you about the camel.
I said,
Oh, wait, forest. I got to tell you about forest.
a river in the desert, refuge in a dry land, a heartbeat for a demon, creating new life. That's the full lyric.
It may be the OP.
Please tell me about this forest in the mountain.
Okay. In the heart of the ancient forest of the Atlas Mountains, there lived a mysterious and enigmatic spirit known as Duina, the guardian of the woods. Duina was a gentle and benevolent being who watched over the flora and fauna, ensuring that the balance of the forest remained intact. The Berber people revered Duina, believing that she held the wisdom of the trees and the animals within her ethereal form. They would often leave offerings of fruits, flowers, and incense at the edge of the forest to honor her and seek her blessing. Legend had it that Duina had emerged from the oldest trees in the forest, a towering cedar that had witnessed the passages of countless generations. She was born from the whispers of the wind and the murmurs of the river, infused with the essence of the earth itself. Duinia's presence was felt in the rustling of the leaves, the dance of the sunlight through the branches, and the playful chatter of the woodland creatures. She guided lost travelers, protected the animals from harm, and ensured that the delicate ecosystem of the forest thrived. The Berber people believed that Duinia possessed the ability to communicate with the spirits of the land and the ancestors. They sought her counsel in times of need, asking for her guidance in matters of the heart, the home, and the community. Duinia was known to appear in the dreams of those who held pure intentions and a deep reverence for nature. She would impart visions of harmony and balance, teaching the people the importance of respecting the interconnectedness of all living things. Though rarely seen, Duinia's presence was felt throughout the forest, a comforting and reassuring presence that instilled a sense of peace and serenity in all those who entered her realm. should be a reminder of the sacred bond between humanity and the natural world. A guardian whose spirit would forever be woven in the fabric of the Berber people's connection to the land. That very interesting. Like I picture this one area
Yeah.
of this Berber community by the Atlas Mountains, basically maybe even up in the Atlas Mountains where there's a forest, and they just, they went to this area, they left offerings, they would go there to take time to sit and meditate or pray,
Yeah.
to figure stuff out,
And
or maybe have a dream.
we live in a state that is constantly
Denial.
thought to be desert, right? Sand.
Yeah.
And it's not. So I don't want to just say, hey, I fear the whole Sahara is like what you see in movies, but I feel like the forest in the mountains is like the only spot that is that lush.
Maybe so. It could use a little more in-depth stuff. It's an interesting thing about the myths in here, because sometimes it talks like no, they're huge oases. It's a big green area,
Right.
There's quite a few of them. There's not much desert. It's mostly green,
Right.
and then you run along some. It's like, look, the desert's been here. This is the way the desert is, and we just got this oasis.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting, the
Back and forth.
the way it goes there. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about the camel.
Tell me about the camel.
Not Joe Camel, but camel. And not Joe Mama either.
What about, what is it, Audrey the camel? Has 5 humps?
I don't know. No. Sounds like Audrey the camel has cancer. I was just- Camels do spit.
Yep.
Camels do spit. And if you ever watched Conan the Barbarian, I don't think it's Conan the Conqueror. He knocks one out.
Yeah.
He knocks out a camel. Yeah. So long ago, in the vast and arid lands of the Berber people, a time came when the people yearned for a faithful and hardy companion to help them navigate the unforgiving desert.
Sure.
They prayed to the spirits of the land for a creature that could endure the harsh conditions and carry them across the shifting sands. In response to their prayers, the spirits of the desert decided to create a new creature, one specially suited for the life in the arid landscape. They gathered elements from the land, the strength of the winds, and the resilience of the earth. From this amalgamation, they breathed life into a remarkable being. The creature they created was the first camel, a majestic and sturdy animal with a hump on its back that stored water to sustain it during long journeys across the desert. Its strong legs were perfectly designed for navigating the sand dunes, and its gentle eyes held the wisdom of the ages. The camel quickly became the faithful companion of the Berber people, allowing them to traverse the vast desert, carry goods, and provide nourishment through its milk and meat. It became a symbol of endurance, adaptability, and the enduring connection between the people and the land. As the camel roamed the desert, it left its footprints in the sand, each one a reminder of the spirit's gift to the Berber people. The camel was honored and revered, and its image became part of the Berber culture, forever etched into their history as the enduring companion of the desert.
I was waiting for the fell spirit that was going to teach it how to spit.
Right? Yes, that should have been there. I kept going over that. I keep thinking of the news story I had one night about the people cheating in the camel beauty contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they just have a completely different view of what, I see a camel and it turns around, spits and chews, and like majestic is not a word that comes to mind.
Yeah.
If I lived in a desert,
Yeah.
I imagine it's like, no, this thing is badass. You're in the desert, camel.
Yeah.
Camel.
I wonder if it's almost the same kind of way that like people around here would look at cows, right? I look at a cow and I'm like, man, that's a good looking cow. But I also know that cow is going to provide me milk.
Yeah.
That cow is going to help provide for my family. If I needed
Yeah.
to, I could hook a hitch up, not a hitch, but I could hook
Yeah.
a yoke up,
Yeah. Okay.
to,
Were you planning to drag it behind your truck?
yeah, milk on the go.
Okay. No, the what it makes me think of the first Dune, Frank Herbert, not any of the movies, not any of the movies, but the first Dune book. The main character in there, the Kwisatz Haderach, that's a title. Paul Atreides, that's his name. There's a lot in there, okay, but he goes out. He gets basically his family gets betrayed, and he has to run. He's the legitimate heir of this family on this planet Arrakis, great name. They get betrayed. He has to leave. He goes out, lives with people in the desert called the Fremen, and he goes out there and he goes through the rituals. Some things happen. People are really impressed with him. They have a special suit. They live in a desert. The way he puts the suits on, it's like, man, you look like you've done this before. But they ask him what creature is he going to pick. Now, he doesn't know anything about their culture. He just seems to be falling in. And, people pick an animal of the desert, and there's all kinds, animal of the desert that represents them. And, of course, if you're reading this for the first time, you're kind of going along, thinking, well, I'm sure he's going to spit, like a desert eagle. I am a desert, something along that line. But what he does is he picks, basically on this planet, it's the kangaroo rat, Samwad Dib.
Yeah.
What he calls. And the people are so impressed with that thing's a survivor. That's an important thing. So it's like, it's a rat.
Yeah.
No. That thing's awesome. Much respect for picking that. And that's the camel. It's like, I don't know. I've never lived in an environment where I could truly appreciate what a camel brings.
Right.
Is what I'm saying, right? Got to tell you about a warrior named Tawada.
Okay.
All right. In the heart of the Berber community, there once lived a courageous and noble warrior named Tawada. He was known far and wide for his strength, wisdom, and unwavering dedication to his people.
Okay.
One fateful day, a great calamity befell the Berber village. A fierce and colossal serpent, known as the Serpent of Shadows, emerged from the depths of the Sahara Desert. Quest right there.
Yep.
Right there. This malevolent creature threatened to consume the village and bring darkness to the land. Tawada, hearing the desperate cries of his people, knew that he must face the serpent and save his village from its impending doom. He embarked on a perilous journey deep into the heart of the desert, determined to confront the Serpent of Shadows. As Tawada ventured further into the arid wastelands, he encountered various challenges and obstacles, treacherous sandstorms, sweltering heat. Yet his indomitable spirit and his unyielding resolve pushed him forward. After days of grueling travel, Tawada finally reached the lair of the Serpent of Shadows. The serpent, with its immense coils and gleaming red eyes, confronted the fearless hero. A fierce and epic battle ensued, with Tawada wielding his sword and displaying unmatched bravery. Despite the serpent's incredible powers, Tawada's unwavering determination and valor prevailed. Finally, with a single stroke of his sword, he struck down the Serpent of Shadows and saved his village from impending disaster. Tawada returned to the Berber village as a hero, celebrated and revered by his people for his incredible feat of bravery. His name was forever etched into the annals of Berber history, and he became a symbol of valor, courage, and selflessness.
Awesome.
Yeah. Desert warrior.
Yeah.
Going out, sword, cool villain, Serpent of Shadows.
Serpent of Shadows.
Epic battle. Finally, he maneuvers, gets the place where gets the one sword strike to do it.
That's pretty great.
Okay, I got 2 love stories for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sappy romantic at heart.
Right, here we go. So once upon a time, in a Berber village nestled among the Atlas Mountains, there lived a young shepherd named Amin. Amin was known for his gentle nature and his unwavering love for the land and its beauty. Every day, he led his flock to the lush meadows high in the mountains. One bright morning, as Amin wandered with his sheep, he saw a young woman named Layla standing by a pristine spring. She was radiant, with eyes like the clearest of mountain streams and a smile that lit up the world. Layla was known for her grace and her deep connection to the natural world. Amin and Layla's eyes met, and in that moment, that very moment, their hearts intertwined like the tendrils of a vine around a tree. They spoke and their souls recognized each other's presence. Love blossomed between them, and they knew they were meant to be together. But their love story faced challenges. Layla's family lived in a neighboring village, and Amin's people and her people had long-standing differences.
Of course.
Still, the young couple refused to let these obstacles keep them apart. They began to meet secretly, often by the same spring when they first laid eyes on each other. The mountain themselves seemed to guard their love, offering shelter from the world's judgment. Amin composed beautiful poems for Layla, and she sang songs of their love as they wandered through the meadows. Despite the challenges and prejudices of their village, Amin and Layla's love grew stronger. They knew they couldn't deny the love that bound their hearts together. So they decided to wed in a small, intimate ceremony hidden away deep in the heart of the Atlas Mountains.
That's good.
Yeah. A little bit, you could expand on that. Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
For North Africa. That's cool.
Nobody had to die, too.
Yeah,
so that's pretty great.
No, they got away. They did have to live in exile off in the mountains for forever. But
yeah, but at least they had each other.
Yeah. I talked about Tislet and Asil.
Yeah.
I already mentioned them, or what the other name that Asil sometimes go by. I got their story, okay? In a remote Berber village nestled in the Atlas Mountains, there lived two young individuals named Tislet and Isli. Tislet was a radiant and gentle woman known for her kindness and captivating beauty. Isil, on the other hand, was a strong and noble-hearted man, admired by all for his courage and wisdom. From the moment their paths crossed, Tislet and Isli felt a deep and unexplainable connection. They were drawn to each other like the sun to the sky, their souls intertwining in the most profound way. Love blossomed between them, and they became inseparable. Their love story was the talk of the village. Tislet's and Isli's devotion to one another was evident to all who knew them, and their love brought joy and inspiration to their community. As the years passed, Tislet and Isli's bond grew stronger. They faced life's challenges hand in hand, supporting each other through good times and bad. They were a symbol of unity and the power of love to overcome any obstacle. Their love story was not without trials. At times, misunderstandings and disagreements arose, but Tislet and Isli always found a way to reconcile and strengthen their love. They were committed to each other and their love, and their connection only deepened with time. When they finally married in a simple yet beautiful ceremony, their love became an enduring example for the entire Berber community. Tislet and Isli remained deeply in love even as the years passed and their hair turned gray. Their love story was a testament to the strength of their bond and resilience of their bond. Eventually, Tislet and Isli passed away, but their love lived on in the hearts of their people. The Berber community celebrated their love story, sharing it with future generations as a reminder of the enduring power of love, unity, and the profound connection that can exist between two souls.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's just. There's not really much of a story. That one is just like this is how you love.
Yeah,
you're gonna disagree. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have misunderstanding. You're gonna argue. You find a way to get through it. You know.
You said that they made it through life hand in hand.
Yeah.
So in other words, Tislet was a stand by his woman man.
Yeah.
I'm far too proud of that joke. We've been talking about lyrics all night.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to start recording every time you make a joke and you're the only one laughing.
Yeah, that's fair. All
right. Don't be proud of it. I do have...
Disappointed!
It was worth it.
All right, look. I did kind of look at some of this. I haven't talked about it. Talked about it a little bit with the Hopi Indian. The Hopi Indians have a a lot of end times prophecy.
Yeah.
There's some cool stuff went in that. I've looked into that.
Thank you, Remus. Thank you.
At but some notes on the end of the world I kind of threw together
Okay.
for this kind of, and it does.
Thank you, sitcom people.
Very good, very good.
I'll just start redeeming that when I tell a joke.
Yes, you would. The so some notes on the end of the world.
Okay.
So in the distant past, the Berber people believed in a cyclical view of the universe, where the world was destined to undergo a series of creations and destructions.
Okay.
The cycle was guided by the cosmic dance of celestial bodies, which was controlled by powerful deities. Quite a few mythologies, religions do the cyclical view.
Right.
You know, it's happened before. There's even some like biblical theologians, certain areas of dispensationalism. You know, this is the fifth earth, this is sixth earth,
Right.
this is the 12th or 16th, something like that. So it's kind of a neat thing with cyclical. I think there's quite a few in that with Hindu mythology. Anyway, so as ages passed, the Berber people foresaw an end of time scenario in their mythology. They believed that the world would eventually reach a state of imbalance and disorder.
Entropy.
Yeah. This event was seen as a sign of the deity's displeasure and call for a renewal. So when you see these signs, we're about to reset.
Right.
Right? During this time of reckoning, a cosmic battle would unfold in the heavens. The deities that were responsible for the elements, earth, water, fire, air, would all engage in a great conflict.
Okay.
The earth would tremble, the sky would darken as the elements clashed. And during this cosmic turmoil, where the elements themselves were battling each other, humanity would be judged for their actions on earth, souls would be weighed, and the virtuous would find their way to a celestial paradise, while those found wanting would face retribution.
Okay.
Land would be cleansed, and the world would be submerged in a great flood.
Okay.
Everything's water. Amun wakes up.
Right. Cycle begins anew.
Yeah, with that. After the cataclysmic events, a new world would be born. The land would reemerge from the waters, and life would begin anew. Humanity would be given a fresh start, and the world would flourish once more. And they kind of have just the cyclic experience of life, you know, the universe and everything going through this.
It's really interesting that with the cycle, the righteous still get to ascend. Because in a lot of the cyclical stuff, that part doesn't happen, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of the cyclical stuff, it's just you get reborn in a better option this time when the cycle renews.
Yeah, you get to move up class if you were good, or you get to become a worm if you weren't.
Right. So it's really interesting that in this situation, every cycle, the righteous still get to exist afterwards.
Yes, they get moved on with that to some kind of paradise.
Right.
Some heaven in a way, right?
I think this is the first time I've seen that, really.
With the cyclic system. Yeah. It's like, all right, we're gonna end it. All right, this season's over. We're gonna have next Earth next season. We're gonna see who we keep, who we get rid of. Yeah. Who gets canceled. Whatever.
Time to check your ratings.
Right. Check your ratings. Make sure you're set up. Do that. Now I want to go into that. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
The Great Flood coming, the world coming from that the earth, that everything is water at first, and then they start separating things out from the water.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool imagery.
I like that.
Quite a bit. But that's what we got to introduce you very lightly into some of the Berber mythology and thought.
And again, this is Berber, partly from Algeria. We're not covering Berber, partly from Morocco.
Yeah, but Berber goes. It's North Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, it goes over, and I think in Algeria, we got there are Berbers there, but it's only like 25% of the population.
Yeah.
You know, A lot of Arabs there make up the rest of the make up the rest of the population.
Right.
A lot of French spoken there. You talked about the French Foreign Legion earlier, but it was and look, if you're a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and you've seen Black Panther, you've seen Berber writing. And we'll point that out. It was one of the their system was one of the systems they used for creating the world of Wakanda. I think there was the Ashanti as well. I don't want to be talking out of school here and stick my foot in my mouth through that. Be careful. But some of the Berber, a few signs in the background that would have writing on it that was written in their using their symbols.
Yeah.
Or at least some of them.
That's cool.
Right there. Yes. All right. Look, I've done all the reading off a list, telling stories that I'm doing for tonight.
Yep.
So,
well,
what was it got?
We discussed it a little bit beforehand. Normally, we throw stuff at Chad and go, "Hey, what do you think?"
Yeah.
I think it would be cool to go to Laos for. Am I saying it right?
Laos
For our next place that we go. But I think we're gonna take a week break and cover some SCP stuff.
Yeah, well, we'll do our SCP podcast for the month.
So it'll be SCP-001 proposals. Specifically, we might only cover 3 proposals for the entire 2 hours. I just want to throw that out there. I rewrote all of the Sun one.
Okay.
And it was very long still. I didn't even touch the Ouroboros cycle one. We're skipping it for now. We'll come back when I find a way to somehow make that fit within 2 hours.
Okay.
Because I could not achieve that so far. Even reading back over it, just reading it with no discussion, not reading it out loud, reading it in my head, took me like 45 minutes. And I was like, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Well, it does get hard to summarize. Like this, I I feel so ill-equipped each Thursday because people are just so unique. So there's just layers and layers and layers.
Yeah.
You know, like I've said it before, any one of these mythologies, you could just study that mythology through a whole college career.
Right.
You know, and come out on the end of it and, you know, still not know everything.
Right.
Going through it.
And then I don't think we've announced this yet. We're taking a week off at the end of the month.
Yeah.
I realized that we hadn't announced that Tuesday, and I probably should have.
Probably should have, yeah.
So
nice to let people know things straight.
Taking a week off at the end of the month, just a heads up. Is a big connection to the topic. Yeah, you know.
There you go.
But I'm stoked for next week. I think that the 3 SCPs that I know for sure we're going to be covering, I'm going to see again if I can trim down some stuff, and if I can, we'll add in some more.
Yeah, guys.
But the ones that I know for sure we're going to be covering are really fun.
Okay.
4 Day Breaks is incredible, and the record is really good as well. And then Past and Future is such a cool one. Just for 1 week at the end of the month, Dark.
Yeah,
Taking a week off for Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving week.
Which is funny because we don't normally take Christmas week off. That's just, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving week, we always seem to wind up taking off.
Yes, well,
But,
I've got to get ready to eat.
right.
So.
I'm going to be going out of town.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we're gonna have a good time, I think. And then tomorrow we're doing a long Liza P stream. So that'll be 5 o'clock.
Okay. I'll have my own personal mukbang that week while it's gone.
And then Monday we'll be back with Emma Mondays, Lotro.
Yeah.
Laptop or the PS5. This laptop would not run SD. But I really am stoked for where we're at in Lotro. We got all of the deed done. We can continue the main story.
Yeah.
Got some cool stuff coming there. Regular Tuesday podcast as it goes. Wednesday you'll be playing something.
Yeah. I'm kind of leaning into maybe get a little info now. Just stick with the Relicta.
Just to try and finish it.
Yeah, go and finish it because I finished 3 games this year.
Mm-hmm.
Beast Inside, the Bendy,
Yeah.
Call of the Sea. I think Relicta.
Eternal Threads too, right?
Eternal Thread.
Yeah.
I think Relicta's on the list. It needs to be finished.
Okay.
We need to finish that.
I don't think chat will disagree with you since it wins the vote every time it comes up.
Well, I think it's just a pleasant game to play.
Yeah.
It really is. It gets frustrating when you can't quite figure out the puzzle.
Right.
Something breaks, you get past it.
Yeah.
You get a sense of accomplishment. I think it's just a very well done game.
Yeah.
Is that so?
And then next Thursday we'll talk about SCPs. That's true. You also beat the Frog Detective game. That's true.
Greatest gamer ever. Ever.
I don't know yet what we're doing next Friday. Some people wanted to see us finish Faith, the Unholy Trinity.
Yeah.
And I think we could probably finish that in one more stream. But I also don't want to have... I know there are 2 people that watch the streams on Friday that can't watch Super Scary Games. And so I don't necessarily want to be like, hey, it's been less than a month. You got another week stream you can't watch.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So we might try and do that in December. But
All right. I think you need to just finish off Lies of P and get that done with.
yeah, we're probably going to do a couple weeks straight of Room to Goatee trying to get it done. But I just want to give a quick shout out. We have had 6 to 7 people watching all stream, which is the most we've ever had on a Thursday stream live.
That's awesome.
So just appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Really, really do.
It's great having you here, and we have a great time. So next week we'll talk about Burning Alive. It's great.
Well.
Supposedly they nerfed him again, so I don't know how true that is, but supposedly they nerfed some of the attack speed for one of the brothers. They thought it was a little too high, or it might have been the sister.
I got a did you know?
Okay. Yeah, give me a did you know.
Okay. Every character in Shrek, except for Shrek himself, is based on nursery rhyme fairy tale, right?
Okay, yeah.
Including Donkey. Do you know where Donkey comes from?
It's based on Balaam's donkey, right?
No, it's not.
Okay, that would make sense, but it's
Maybe.
not a fairy tale, I guess.
Maybe. Yeah, it's a good guess. Okay, I'll give you that. Is that now? What do you think? Have you actually seen Disney's Pinocchio, the old cartoon?
Yes, of course.
When
Yeah.
the boys go to Island, they get turned into.
Yeah.
Donkey was once a young boy who
Of
got
course.
from, and actually there's a couple lines in there. It's like, yeah, we don't talk about that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I did not know that.
You know, Donkey.
That makes him and the dragon even weirder.
Yeah, and then you got already got Pinocchio there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It is Laos. Laos.
LAOS. Yes.
There's a donkey guy in Liza P as well.
I'm sure.
I killed him and took his head.
That's awfully nice. You didn't put it on another body backwards, did you?
No, but I did wear it like the pig head we were talking about earlier.
Just straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I want to do that. For some reason, that story's always gonna be in the back of the mind.
Yeah.
Got his head kicked off, and the guy couldn't find it, so just put a bear's head on backwards. that's terrifying.
That's one of my favorites for sure.
What?
It's pretty great. I really liked Berber tonight. We didn't get anything that was at that level, right?
Yeah, right.
But everything was nice. We have 2 stories that have risen above the rest.
Yeah.
The bird with the spear, the man bird with the spear.
Yeah.
And then
The guy gets his head kicked off.
the giant backwards head.
Yeah, it does. Now I like that. And once again, there's a lot of emphasis on like you live in harmony with the land.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, huge lessons in there about that. Like this is a reminder. This story is a reminder that you live in harmony with the land.
We've had one so far that was the one I wish I could stop thinking of, and it was the brother that wanted his sister, and then she flew up into the sky.
Yeah, Inuits.
Yeah.
Not you know. Hey, there's no
Thanks for that one, guys.
Yeah. Going through. Wow.
Anyway,
Moving on.
we'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna have a good time. Hopefully everybody else has a good time too. I really like that game. So until next time, I've been Trey.
I have been Rungren.
And this has been the Full Spectrum TTRPG podcast. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that the Berbers have to offer.